Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time for you to watch my video, I am Yo-Yo Huang. I dedicated to produce Chinese language learning resources for self-learners and also who are interested in this language or already preparing the HSK exams by themselves. In this season, we will go through the HSK book level 3, which is already the intermediate level. And also, just for your information, if you are still a beginner or you want to refresh the basic knowledge and the foundation, for example, the pinyin, the 4 different tones, sentence structures, before starting level 3, feel free to check my channel for HSK 2. I have made a complete video for the level 2. And now let's begin the journey on level 3. So HSK, which is HSK, of course, I know the English alphabet. I sometimes call it HSK, and it's just my habit. It represents to 汉语水平考试. So H here is 汉语, which means Chinese, 汉语. S, 水平means level. K or K here is 考试. HSK here is the Chinese level exam, 汉语水平考试. And we will use the book, level 3. Now let's take a look at the first lesson. This one. And make it a bit larger. Yes. So lesson 1 is 周末你有什么打算？周末你有什么打算？周末 means weekend. So we know weekend actually contains 2 days, right? The Saturday and the Sunday. When they are together, we call it weekend in English and we call it 周末 in Chinese. Let me hide this. 周末 here. And it contains 2 days. The first is how to say Saturday in Chinese? 星期六 or 周六. And Sunday is 星期天 or 周天 or 周日. These 3 words, they all represent to Sunday, 星期天, 周天, 周日, 星期六, 周六. This is the Saturday. And weekend is 周末. 你有 opinion change, pronunciation change. Also, we have learned it in HSK 2 is when there are 2 words that with the same deferred tone, 你有, and when they say it together, we will pronounce only the last one as the third tone, and the first third tone we are going to change to the second. So this will not be 你有, it will say as 你有, 你有. 你有什么 what 打算 means plan. Here 打算 for speaking of plan, we also have other words called 计划 Here the first one, the pinyin is 计划. They are the same. So what's your plan? 你有什么打算？你有什么计划？ Or like a very, how to say it, modern way to just combine the English there. So 你有什么 plan? 周末你有什么 plan? 你没有 plan 吗？你没有什么计划吗 All right, so let's take a look at the warm up, match the pictures. The first is 北方, 北方, which means the north, the north. So the opposite will be the south, right? The south is 南方, 呢安南, 方安方, 南方. We are going to choose the first one, 南方. That means the south. And also the west and the east. The west, 西方, 东方. 西方, the west, 东方, the east. So if we are talking about the direction, we can also use 面 instead saying 方. So for example, the south, it will be, right? Do the equal, yes, 南面 or 南边, 南边, it will be the, yeah, here. For using the 边, it will be quite similar when we say 左边,右边. If you forget about the direction, you can go to check the HSK level 2 we have learned over there. Yeah, and then let's take a look at the second word, 作业,作业, which means homework, 作业. To write your homework, to write the homework, we will use the verb 做,做作业,做作业. Yeah. Or write, to write something, 写,写作业. Yeah, normally we will use 做 or 写 to represent I'm doing my homework, doing the homework, 写作业. The third, 电脑游戏. 电脑 means the computer. 游戏 the game, computer games. So 电脑游戏 computer games. The fourth, 面包 面面包包面包. I will try to reduce the time in our HSK free class for just going through the pinyin because we are already in the intermediate level. So pinyin should be a very, how to say it, a basic foundation that you've already learned quite well, I assume. So I will not focus too much on the pinyin preparation or the practice in our class starting now. All right, so 面包, which means the bread, the sport. And this word 地图, 地图 is the map, 地图. We've just learned it in our title. It's 周末, 周末 is weekend, 周末. And then let's take a look at this exercise 2. Match the pictures again. First one, 复习, 复习. This means to review and it normally used for going through what we have learned before an exam, reviewing what we have learned, 复习. So will be the picture number 2. This word, 着急, which means in a rush doing something, 着急. So it will be picture number 4. Here there's a slightly, I'll say a difference when we just use this word as an orally speaking, we will say that 着急. So it will no longer be the second tone here. It will be the first tone, 着急, 着急. So when you say no rush, no need to be so worried about it, no rush, you can add a 不 before this word. It will be 不着急. 不着急. Just for example, if you ask your boss, when do you want this document to be finished? And the boss say, you don't have to be so worried about that. No rush, no rush. So, which means the boss will say, 不着急,不着急,不着急. And this word, 班, moving something. 班, 打算 is the plan, right? 打算. And another word is 计划, 计划. 计划 means also the plan. Now let's take a look at the text. The first is talk about the weekend's plan. We take a look at the new words 周末 we just have learned in the lesson title. 周末打算啊啊跟 and these two are just a name. 小丽小刚 it's just a name, right? So here 小丽 asked. So if you followed my HSK 2 videos with the HSK 2 book, you will know that here there is no longer pinyin on top of each sentence. So it's actually very good to, how to say, push us outside of our comfort zone. We are going to learn, read, and understand those Chinese characters without always counting on pinyin. So at the end of our learning period or in your HSK like level 4, 5, 6, you will no longer need pinyin quite a lot. We use pinyin is just to learn how to pronounce this word or how to find it when we are typing something. But at the end, we are going to we read the Chinese character, we know exactly what it means. So of course, if you feel panic at the first beginning, just check the next page over here, over the book. There are actually pinyin for all the texts. So you can see they are here, but it's actually quite well that for us, now we start to practice that we are going to learn the character, we're not going to learn the words in the Chinese character without always counting on pinyin. So now let's take a look at the text. 小丽, so 小丽 is saying something. 周末你有什么打算？周末你有什么打算？ So what's your plan for the weekend? 小刚 answered. 我早就想好了。请你吃饭、看电影、喝咖啡。我早就想好了。请你吃饭、看电影、喝咖啡。So here is 想好了，想 which means I think of it. I think I already planned. I think of it. 想好了 we add 好了 following a verb which means this action has been done already. 早就 which means early. How to translate this this sentence? I have the plan already so long ago, early before. 我早就想好了，请你 so invite you, 请你 so in the Chinese in the when you say it in Chinese, which means you are going to pay for all of this. So we use 请你吃饭. So I ask you for dinner. I ask you to eat, and I will pay for it. So this is the meaning of 请你吃饭，看电影，喝咖啡. So to see a movie and to drink coffee. And then 小丽 asks back, 请我 invite me. So 小刚 answered, 是啊，我已经找好饭馆了，电影票也买好了。是啊，Yeah, for sure. 我已经找好饭馆了。So here is another 好 following the verb, which means this action is already done. And we've learned that in Haskell too that when adding a lot at the end of the sentence, which means the action is already done. And now it's a combination with 好 and 了, which means there is a very specific action that has been done. For example, if I say 找饭馆了, so without 好 over here, 找饭馆 means restaurant, all right? 饭馆 找饭馆了，我已经找饭馆了，which means I completed this action. I searching for restaurant, but but in this sentence, I didn't say something so surely that I have looked for a specific restaurant. I have like I have found this restaurant. So I am searching this restaurant and this action is completed. I have been searching or I have searched restaurants for like we go out for eat, but I am not saying 100% surely that I found a very suitable restaurant for us. So when we said without the how, 我已经找饭馆了, which means I did searched, but I didn't give you an answer that if I had a very good answer, I had a very good restaurant name in my answer or not. However, if how is showing up, just following the verb, 我已经找好饭馆, which means I have a very specific answer for you. I already know a restaurant name. Probably I already booked it. And here, the third part over this sentence, which indicate more clearly, 电影票也买好了. 也 means also, so it's just also. Here, we are going to take a look at here, 买好了, buy 好了. So 好, it's following a verb, which means this action has been fully completed. Of course, in this sentence, in this short sentence, 电影票也买了. It's totally the same as 电影票也买好了. They are the same, all right? So they are the same. However, we are going to learn a new thing is when there is a how, following a verb, which means the action is complete, it's completed. So there's no difference actually when you say 电影票也买了, 电影票也买好了. They are the same. Just you need to know that when you see how, 了, how, following a verb, you know that this action has been completed. And then 小丽 said, 我还没想好要不要跟你去呢。我还没想好。还 is yet. I haven't yet. So I haven't thought about this yet. 想好, which means 想 means think, right? So 好 means a action is completed. So here 小丽 means that I haven't made up my mind. I haven't made a decision. I haven't thought about this. 我还没想好. So what did 小丽 what didn't 小丽 think of or make a decision is 要不要. 要不要 here means I want or not want. 跟你 which also the same as 和 with and 和 跟你 and 和你 they are the same. Why this 和 is changing like this? So you know it's and you with you here. 去 is go what? So 小刚 just said, I've been I have found a restaurant. I bought the tickets, the movie tickets, and then 小丽 kind of like rejecting out. I haven't thought. I haven't made up my mind if I want to go with you, whether I go with you or not. So it's a little bit. This text is quite interesting. It seems like 小刚 is pushing 小丽 to do something that she probably doesn't want to. And also for here, for the name, there's 小丽 normally means a female name in Chinese. 小刚 is a male's name, a man's name. So it's quite interesting. Now that's too pushing. I will say no, but it depends. All right, so let's take a look at the text number 2 at home. 一直 the new word over here, at the right hand side first. 一直 it's all the time. 一直游戏 the game 游戏作业 homework 着急 and then let's take it as 着急 but I just for your information there are also many Chinese say this word as 着急 so you will know that when somebody say 不着急 which means 不着急 all right 复习 and there are two characters over here. The first is mama. The second person is 儿子. So it's the mother and the son. Mama said, 你一直玩电脑游戏啊，你一直玩电脑游戏，作业写完了吗？Here, please, please, there's no 玩 So when we use the R at the end or following a verb, it's normally there will be a noun instead of a verb here. 你一直玩电脑游戏 Really? Do those Beijing people speak like this? 你一直玩电脑游戏 Then we follow the book. The book should be correct, right? 你一直玩电脑游戏，玩 which means play like hang out play computer games。作业写完了吗？Homework finished。作业写完了吗？写完 is finish complete。写完了吗？And then 儿子 answer 都写完了，都 which means all of all of the homework yeah has been finished。妈妈，明天不是有考试吗？你怎么一点儿也不着急？明天不是有考试吗？你怎么一点儿也不着急？So here, it's expect, right? So 不是有考试吗？Which means tomorrow you have the exam. So mother is kind of like angry and saying, you have no exam tomorrow? So actually you have exam tomorrow. So 明天不是有考试吗？你怎么一点儿也不着急？怎么一点儿也不着急？Why you are not in rush？你怎么一点儿也不着急？儿子，我早就复习好了。Here 早就 it show up again, which means I earlier did that already。我早就复习好了。And then 妈妈 keep complaining，那也不能一直玩呀，那也不能一直玩啊，你也不能一直玩，就怎么说呢？妈妈 keep complaining, so even in that way, 那 so 那 is kind of oral speaking beginning in a sentence, which is more like in an oral speaking way. So 那 in that situation, in that way, 也不能也 here here this 也 over here is not close to also it's it's kind of like emphasize a situation that you better not do this. So 那也不能. So even though in this case, even though you have reviewed all the um exam material, you have reviewed all the books for tomorrow's exam, you still cannot keep playing video game. It's kind of it's this emotion. 那也不能一直玩呀. So yeah, it's quite typical mama type. Yeah. And we are going to take a look at talking about traveling plan 南方, 北方, the south, the north, 小丽 and 小刚. So these two persons again. Let's take a look what 小刚 will said. Oh, 小丽 first. 下个月我去旅游，你能跟我一起去吗？下个月 the next month. 我去旅游 traveling. I go traveling. 你能跟我一起去吗？ Can you come with me? Oh wow, that's an invitation from 小丽 from the woman. 小刚 said, 我还没想好呢，我还没想好呢。I haven't thought about this. 还没想好呢。你觉得哪儿最好玩？你觉得 you think. So in your opinion, you think 哪儿 where is the most fun? 小丽好玩 is fun, have fun. 南方啊 the south. 我们去年就是这个时候去的。我们 we 去年 last year 就是 is was it is 这个时候 this time 去的。So here there's a the at the end of the sentence, which means 去的旅游，去的南方。It how to say it? So it ignore a part of the sentence, but it is still telling the person that some part of the sentence is being ignored. Like 我们就是这个时候去的南方。But we already emphasized the 南方 at the beginning of the sentence. It's already an emphasized, so you don't have to like keep repeating 去的南方. So simply 去的 and then 小刚 complains 南方太热了 so it's too warm. 北方好一些 so it's better a little bit 一些 a little bit. 不冷也不热不冷也不热 is so typical HSK level 2 like speaking words. All right, so preparing for their trip. I think 小刚 and 小丽 are couples, right? They are very fun. All right, the new words 面包带地图班。小刚 said 水果、面包、茶都准备好了。我们还带什么？So what we are going to take with 水果fruit 面包茶 tea 茶都 all of this thing 准备 prepare 好了 so here is 好 following a real verb which means these actions have been completed with 好 with 了 so 好了 this if you want to say an action is completed, you want to use the 好 following a real verb, always add a 了 for the sentence because this will make the sentence completed. All right, so 水果、面包、茶都准备好。水果、面包、茶都准备好了。Yeah, let's add a 了 at the end of the sentence. 我们还带什么？还 what else? Yeah, else. 我们还带什么 ？And then 小丽 say 手机。What is 手机？手机 is very important. It's the phone. 电脑 the computer. 地图 map. 一个也不能少。一个 one 也不能少。Which means none of this can be forgotten. So none of this can be forgotten. 一个也不能少。And then 小刚 say 这些我昨天下午就准备好了。这些 these things. So 我小丽 mentioned just now. 我昨天下午，昨天 yesterday, yeah, 昨天下午 yesterday afternoon 就 already it's like emphasize tone, emphasize feeling, emphasize emotion. I've prepared those playing already, kind of like this feeling. 就准备好了。And then 小丽 say 再多带几件衣服吧。再 which means also again also 多 more 带几件衣服 so some clothes with and then 小刚 complains 我们是去旅游，不是搬家，还是少带一些吧。So 小刚 complains we are going to travel, we are not moving out. 还是 is a suggestion beginning of the sentence which indicates or which following a suggestion 还是少带少 which means less 少带一些吧 that's pretty fun yeah that's very fun that it seems like Xiaoli always taking what else should I pack for travel what else should I pack everything like so for clothes like thousands is too much like many clothes and for the men 小刚 he just need like one or two t-shirt that's okay for the whole journey yeah that's very fun okay so here there are there are opinions for all those texts so you can take a look you can practice of course or after like 3 or 4 times practicing the pinyin, you can, yeah, look read directly of the text without pinyin. So this is a new design in HSK free. And in our next class, we will take a look at this how, which we already know a lot in our text just now. So there is nothing difficult here. And this is 一也都不没 those are not complicated at all. Practice, that practice reading, choosing, describing the photo, the picture, answering characters, word game, pair application. Yeah, nothing is complicated. So we'll see in the next class and hopefully you enjoy the first class in HSK free. And yeah, that's all for today. So have a nice day. See you. Bye.